Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So, I came across this video and I thought that I shared this with you because some people's mentality is really wild, right? And this particular one, I don't know where he got all this that he came out here to pew, but I think he really needs to go back to where he's coming from because his mentality is not for people on the outside. Now let's get into it. He is an ex-convict, right? So he was asked why is it that some people have this kind of feelings or like act some kind of way when when they talk about Donald Trump being the president and all that. He said that that thing is so like it's kind of really crazy that people will refuse to show their support for him, Donald Trump, because of the felonies that he had. And also in black community that people that look like me are also likely to be ex-convict and all that. Just look at somebody's mentality. And also we also tend to segregate or chastise people based on something like this. So he went further to say that I think he did 20 something years and all that, and he's out and he is like fully showing his support for Donald Trump. And he's also encouraging you to also support him because if somebody can, like he said, if a man in our own community can come out and say that I don't want my penis anymore, I want it taken away, and also women wanting abortion and other, why can't black people also support Donald Trump? Let's get into this.
Hey man, so as a convicted felon that supports Trump, how do you feel when people start to pathologize or talk shit about Trump uniquely for being a felon when we know that black people are more likely to be felons?
Oh man, that shows me what I always say. Ex-cons are the only class and caste that's perpetually discriminated against by everyone, even our own family members.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. We want to talk about Trump and his conviction. That further explains why unemployment rate for returning citizens, the lack of housing opportunities for returning citizens, the death and destruction and re-entry of ex-cons, and us being removed from our households and our families, even with the healthcare system as it relates to ex-cons. Perpetually discriminated in every system, every class, every caste, and on every level. By own. We ain't even got to look at white folks. I'm talking about how we, as black men, are discriminated against, even with our own family members.
Definitely. Okay, so with that being said, how has your family responded to you being somebody that is supporting Trump?
I don't care. See, that's the difference. I did 21 years in a 9x12 cell by myself.
Yeah, that's it.
See, when you can do that, the little salad and garbage that people can do and say out in the streets, is weak.
Okay.
The very fact that I can be free, a man could cut his penis off and say he a woman. A woman got the right to kill a baby in her womb, but we don't have the right to choice to vote who we want to vote for. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Look at the extreme levels of when they tell us when we say we want to vote or we don't want to vote. They had a freedom and right to do everything they want to do. Yeah. But then when we do something simple that goes against the slave mentality of us perpetually voting for the Democratic Party, that's an issue.
Yeah, but let's sit with that right there. Let's sit right there. So when we start talking about how black people always vote Democrat, I usually hear about the Democratic plantation and hear about slavery. Yeah. My question is, how do you reconcile going to a Trump rally where you have Confederate flags there? Those people that wanted to keep us on the plantation, are you supporting the president they support?
So
that's what I'm critical of.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Under the Union flag, is what we're most discriminated against. Under the American flag. You talking about the Union flag.
So we ignoring. I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
I'm going around down south.
Yeah.
So we gonna ignore how the people that fought to keep us on the plantation, we gonna ignore that?
Yeah. I don't care about somebody's symbol. Because I don't care about a nigga that's ignorant keep calling himself a nigga. Even after slavery is over, we still use that negative connotation for positive. Them people don't have no power or rights. They lost the war. So listen to what we saying. We've been discriminated against under the United States flag. Yeah, and all across the country. We talking about a Union flag.
Think about it like this though. Donald Trump and MAGA supporters have successfully correlated the American flag with being MAGA. So when you critical of American flag, the Union flag, how are you able to?
It hasn't served us. Neither one. So in supporting Trump, it ain't a matter of me supporting Trump because Trump, I like Trump or Trump the best candidate. My supporting of Trump because if Trump name was
the best candidate,
no. So, see, you're not listening.
I'm listening.
Let me
make sure I heard
right. Trump was Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
If Trump was Daffy Duck and Donald Duck, I'm voting for Donald Duck and Daffy Duck over a 60-year party that has violated black communities over and over again. I live in Chicago. Listen, I live in Chicago. Where you from? Texas, right?
From Texas. My city that I'm in dominated by Republicans.
Hey, that's your issue.
My state ran by Republicans.
And that's your issue.
So to me, I know probably more about how Republicans run shit than you do because you live in Chicago. It's been a dominated blue city for decades.
So are y'all together in Texas as black people?
Yeah.
Y'all together?
Yeah.
No, y'all.
Yeah.
I've been in Texas.
Yeah.
Y'all not together. Parties and picnics and bullshit. We together in Houston. I know.
How you define together?
Together is organizing a collective voting bloc. Listen, to transform our community. Y'all community just like our communities.
Agreed.
So it doesn't matter about no party.
So how do
our party is worse. I've been to Texas. Y'all community look better in Texas. You been Inglewood? You been Old Block? Our community looks better in Texas. I ain't talking about Inglewood right now.
But listen, even right now, we're talking about right now though.
Yeah.
When I watch Fox News, them white folks gonna talk uniquely bad about niggas in Chicago because they're gonna say y'all irrational with guns. I'm from the South. What I know, statistically speaking, gun violence is astronomically higher in states like Kentucky,
Utah,
in states like Tennessee, in states like Texas.
Chicago.
So again,
Chicago
my
moves the whole country. Well, Chicago go
off of pathology though, because white supremacy
play with
y'all.
It don't matter.
It do matter.
If white supremacy play with us.
So hold on. So
that's what you say. That's what you say. I Listen, we don't got no problem. Listen, if that's the pathology, why do we systemically why do Democrats think they have a monopoly on our vote? If you're talking about pathology and systemic slavery, all of them are bogus. And if you let me finish my point about Mickey Mouse, I could give a fuck less about either party.
Yeah.
But I know one party in person they scared of. Even the Republicans is fearful of him because he's not an established Republican candidate. He agitates and he clowns these clowns. My interest is the fall of America, bro.
So how much?
Listen what I'm telling you. My interest is the fall of America. Do you hear what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
That means that
I understand the fall of America.
Listen, that means Trump represents the greatest opportunity to crush the system that has crushed us. I don't care.
Hold on. The reason why you know of Trump though is because he benefited from this system by being able to take a smile.
Good. You should learn from that.
Hold on.
You should learn.
Is the system good or bad?
It's all of it bad.
So if the system is bad, how is he
took care of reparations?
But how is he good?
Who good? Who said who's good?
How is Trump good?
Did I say he was good? Them your words. No, I didn't. You ain't heard me say nothing. I said I don't give a fuck. He was Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
I ain't care if he was Mickey Mouse.
To me, that means something unique about.
Ain't nothing unique. It means the Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
It was it. I would go with Mickey Mouse. Let me say something. So Clinton 94. You know the Clinton 94. You know the Clinton 94 crime deal is?
Hell yeah.
You know how mass incarceration was ushered in under Joe Biden and Clinton?
Yes.
Trump, to his good. To his good. You can't frown on that to his good. I'm talking about the second step back that released over 50,000 ex-felons from my constituent basis ex-cons. What's your constituent base? I'm asking you. This is ex-con, meaning what demographic outside of just
black people?
No,
what you mean? Okay, I'm saying like this.
I'm saying I'm for black people.
Be specific. I'll be specific. I'm thinking about the black people that don't have access to admissions to SATs or ACTs. I'm thinking about the trans black people you talking about. Yeah, I fuck with them too, definitely. Okay. Yep, them right there too. The black folks that's happy to decide for eating lunch or paying their bills. I'm with them, bro.
Well, disagree with none of that.
I don't. You just talked about Trump not being for men.
I didn't
That
say
cut their
that.
penis off.
Oh yeah,
What you said?
no, I didn't say that.
What you said? We can roll it back.
Yeah, please roll it back.
We can roll it back.
Please roll it back. You don't listen. One thing you know
though about men who
all my life. Let me say something. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna repeat it.
Repeat it.
So you don't have to roll it back.
Give it to me.
I said that our community.
Yes.
A man can cut his penis off and say he a woman, and that's acceptable as a choice. Is it not a choice?
No.
What do you mean? I didn't tell his penis like that's far long. No, listen what I'm saying. You said it's wrong.
Trans people don't have to be trans.
I'm talking about what I said. I'm saying what I just said. I know what you just said. No. If I cut my penis,
I'm telling people don't have to be trans.
No, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's their fault. That's their fault. I
choose to be trans.
You ain't not
more than you choose to be a man.
Yeah, I chose to be a man. I chose to be a man. What, you trans?
No. Okay, what you talking about? Because
why you choose to be a man?
I put out masculinity.
You a man. You chose to be a man. Why you choose to be a man?
Listen, all the trans people that I was raised around knew they was trans engaged before they mom and daddy knew. Before they knew how to count, they already knew.
I can't say what a person.
You can say
What you say, but you can't tell me what I think and believe.
So how much respect?
You're not listening to me. You're not listening.
I'm listening to
you. You is now. If you don't have a conversation, if I just said something logical to you, and then you're gonna make it something else. I'm telling you, if I cut.
So this is all I got from this, and I don't know, man. They need to send him back to where he's coming from. Sorry to say that, but yeah. He needs to go back to where he's coming from. That place that he said he works for 20-something years. He needs to go back there because it looks like he's already a lost soul. It's really amazing how somebody, now, it has nothing to do with being black, white, or any other, whatever, right? Or, sorry, there was any other race, right? I think it's just, you have to really be like, have conscience and know what is good from what is bad to be able to know that no matter how, even if you are my favorite, right? I will still be able to point out if you do something wrong, It takes a truthful person, like, to be able to stand on when something is right, like, to stand out to speak the truth, and at the same time condemn what is not true, right? I don't know if you have felonies or you're an ex-convict and all that, and he's also, so I think he is supporting him, right? Because they share something in common, that is having felonies, right? And he went further to say that his family also, like, when it comes to also in black community, that black community are used to, like, having to make somebody feel bad about his maybe his past criminal record and all of that. See, this got nothing to do with black community. I think everybody frowns at there are some certain things people frown at, right? That doesn't mean that people do not change. People do change, right? But that dance that is already on your this thing, really, I don't know how to say, but I think it takes a lot of grace or a lot of hard work to remove that from your name. And it's just what you can do by yourself. Nobody, it's not something somebody will help you with, right? So at the same time, you are trying to tell us that black community, that there are a lot of black felonies or people with felonies in black community. And people tend to also, discriminate people with felonies. So what does that got to do with not wanting to, or maybe not wanting to support, or a particular group of people not wanting to support him? Now, let me tell you something. I want people to also know that, It is not just when you come to every community, there are people that will support this person. There are also people that will not support this person. The same way that in my own community, you also see people that will say, no way, I am not supporting. And some people will say, I am supporting him, right? It's everywhere. It's not something new. But this particular man is just everywhere, right? And I really don't understand how consciously was able to give him time to, like, talk. I don't know, it's okay to listen to people, but I think he was just out of order. I am not going to lie to you. He was just out of order and out of talk. And he was just like, all over the place. At the same time, he's a clown. I am not going to lie to you about that. And oh, really, his case is really, really, I'm trying so hard to. Okay, now he talked about in our community, it's okay for us to cut off, like a man to say that I don't want to be a man and all that, I want to be a woman. It's okay for a woman to say that I don't want a child, I want to, like, and all that. Now, why do people associate LGBTQ with black history or something? I've been saying and asking this all the time. Now, let me tell you something. I do not have anything against anybody, LGBTQ or any of this thing. I want you to know that I am not trying to probably segregate or make you feel like you are less of yourself. No, that is not what I am going to. But what I want to say is that they always look for a way to make LGBTQ this thing sound like it's a black history. It is not black history. It got nothing to do with black people, right? LGBT, please, whatever I call, I hope you just know what I am talking about. I want you to know that it is in almost in every community. There, it's in my community. It's in community Asians and all that. You definitely will see LGBTQ there, right? So why is he making it look like it's a black something? Now, also, let's talk about the one who was saying abortion and all that. Man, I think people, I don't know why people are just so much concerned about how people do their thing or what somebody is doing, as long as somebody is not hurting somebody, right? Let people be, right? And there are some things you shouldn't argue with, especially if a woman says, this is what I want, or this is not what I want. He cannot control a woman's body, and I cannot control your body, right? If you choose to do whatever you want to your body, that it's your body. It's not, I do not have any right over it. You got me? So people should, I don't know, but people should be able to understand that there are some certain things you can control. There are some certain things you cannot control, especially when it is out of your control, right? Let people live their life as long as they are not hurting you. And sincerely speaking, he chose to support whoever he's supporting. That is his problem, not mine. But I hope some people's decision and all that we also reflect in every other community, because I am not going to vote for somebody that will benefit me. Like I am that is the kind of person I am. I am the kind of person that would, like, if something is going wrong, he really had to go round for you to say that something is working, right? You can't say that at 10% it's going to be okay, or their rights are not going to be taken, but the rest of the 80 or the rest of the 70% rights will be taken. So it means we are not living good. It really must be balanced. And if you are, I mean, like, this is like, some, I'm not going to say some kind of red disease rhetoric and all that, but I'm not going to say that because he's also someone that look like me and the rest of it. So it really doesn't make, I mean, like, he's just everywhere. But I think he should just post his social media tag so we can say hi to him and know where he got his where he got most of the things he said here on and all that. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.